Right. Right. Let's try and stay on course for what's happening here. As I was saying, what I really wanted to do in this game was play on a real-world map, because I don't feel much attachment to these randomly generated blobs. The game has a height map importer. There were a few problems I had to work around, but thanks to CSpace's intuition and Goost's hard work and graft, we probably have something that works. So let's just test it live here. I'm going to create the scenario that we're going to be playing through, which never feels very good. I don't like setting my own goals, but that's alright. I know what I want to do, so it doesn't matter too much. So the name of this one will be Saving Christmas Tinner. Tinner on the plate for every good girl and boy this Christmas. Seed, unique ID, doesn't matter. Objective probably also doesn't matter. I don't really need the game to tell me that I'm winning. But I suppose if we can generate $50 million inside... The base was 20 years, I just times it by 5, so let's put that to 40 years. And we'll say 100 units of pre-made Christmas tinner. I don't know if that's a lot or not a lot. Doesn't really matter though. I will be done when Europe is completely carpeted in industry and we have our pre-made dinner fully operational. But the game won't let you create a scenario if you don't actually tell it that there are win conditions, so there's our win conditions. Every building's available, no need for permanent events, they'll just pop up whenever. Bankruptcy, demolishing, loans, tech tree, AI players, normal or many. I don't think it matters since I decide how many are in the game when I make it, so I don't think that's going to be a concern. Town name generator is not a concern. Road orientation is left, of course, because I'm not a barbarian. I'm not sure any of these terrain things matter much because we're bringing in the height map. And the height map is, of course, Europe with pi percentage of water. And this time it's showing these magenta splashes where the cities are going to be. It didn't occur to me until CSpace had a lightning strike of inspiration that the file that you place the cities on is a separate one from the height map. It's just the height map name underscore resources.png and then it layers it on top of it. I had no idea. None at all. But CSpace saw through it. In any case, don't think anything else matters. I could make it a large map, but I'm not here to play for hundreds of hours, only dozens. As for difficulty settings, pretty much the same as what we had before. I've dropped my starting loan by 5 million. 20 million was more than enough. Although I'm not overly familiar with the game, I think we're fine enough. Event difficulty, normal, hard, rule. No, I'm just keeping it on normal. I'm not here to prove anything. I'm here to have some jolly good fun. Now this isn't starting the campaign, this is still setting it up, because there's going to be some... Oh, crumbs! There's one thing that I didn't do that I wanted to change. Terraform costs. Europa is going to need a lot of terraforming because it's really hilly, and the costs are astronomical, and it's not just for me, it's for the AI. I completely forgot to change that, and I need to change that, and I think you have to start all over again if you want to make changes like that. Oh well, it's no biggie. I'm not here to play for hundreds of hours, just dozens. Famous last words. Oh, I hope not. Alright. Saving Christmas dinner. Description here. I'm not writing that out again or typing that out again. Okay, this time try not forget about the terraforming. Because when I did some scuttering about on the map earlier on, I was remarking at the varied terrain of Europa that doesn't make it too easy to be building on. So everything else is fine. I think it remembers your settings. Yeah, there we go. Bring in Europa with pi percentage water, otherwise we flood the Netherlands. And it was under difficulty settings. Where is it? Terraforming. Ah, crap, there isn't something for terraforming costs. Ooh, well this is going to be trickier and more expensive than I thought. I mean, you can just turn terraforming on and off, not how much it costs. Unless I'm missing it elsewhere. Dearie me. Oh well, what you gonna do? We'll just have to deal with it. One thing I need to consider is whether or not we want infinite resources. Let's just spitball this one in the chat. Should it be on or off? If it is on, if we put, say, a coal mine on the UK, it'll run forever. Otherwise, it'll just extract what it can, and then if I want raw resources, it's going to have to be imported. Off, on, off, 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 off. That sounds like off to me. If we run out of raw resources, we will have to import. And if I was to choose, that's what I'd go for as well. At least that's what I'll claim. Infinite sounds like easy mode to me, says Ninja. There we go, that's the damning criticism that we need. Coal mine ends roughly around 1980s, says Finnboy. That's okay, because by the time the resources run out, I suspect we will be at the point where if we do need to import more, we can use it on tier 3 industry, which will still make a healthy margin. Right, there are a few things to change here on the map. Bear in mind we're still on the creation mode. For one, these names blow. Why do we have Christchurch in Germany? Why is Corby up in Scandinavia? Now, in the developer's infinite wisdom, they don't actually let you rename the cities. But Goost decided that they knew a way around it, and they did. Here we go. So, Corby, for example, is going to be Scandinavia. I'm not going to name them after towns, I will name them after the cities, not cities, the nations. That just feels a bit better for me, and a bit easier to relate to. Bye-bye Christchurch, you are now Germany? Germania? Germany. I'll go with Germany. Chelmsford. It'll be France. Barnbury. We're just going to say that all Iberians are the same. I mean, let's be honest, what is the difference? And Haytown will be the Balkans, that well-known country. Could call it Yugoslavia, but that might be a little bit much of a mouthful. And Munzli here, Greater Poland, Greater Polad. And Luton will be Russia. Nah, Russian Empire sounds a bit more mighty, doesn't it? Commonwealth. Ooh, that's pretty good. There we go. In this timeline, the Commonwealth held together. Russian Empire, Germany, France, Iberia, Balkans. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. Again, for some reason, that's not an option in the game. What we can do is flatten out any bits of the land that seem unfairly hilly. And one thing that is a little unfair is Iberia. Anybody building in Iberia just doesn't have good land to build on, so I'm actually just going to, whether it's me or the AI who ends up on this, give them something that they can actually use from the start. Beyond that, they're going to have to pay, because otherwise building on that is just a nightmare. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Everywhere else has reasonable enough place to build on. Yeah, Germany's got it good. Commonwealth has got it very good. Oh, so does the Russian Empire. The Balkans, less so, but all they need to do is go over a little bit of a hump here, and they got land enough there to work with. Now, for something that's a bit more scuttery, oh my goodness, that is loud, isn't it? Tell you what else isn't loud is the music. Could I have that back, please? Now, the game is automatic to put resources down for me. What I'm going to do is delete all of it, and then I want to put between 1 and 3 batches of resources on the map. And what I will be appealing to chat for is advice on where, historically, accurately, we should have resource piles in. So for example, some copper up in Scandinavia would be pretty fitting. Some coal in the UK would be pretty fitting. But where else? Okay, it's going to be a bit more of a scattered than I thought to get rid of these, and I don't want to just tear down all the trees as well. Goodbye iron, goodbye coal. Once I get rid of all these, I'll put them back in. although just not in these places. Buy all that copper. Hope I'm not missing a spot, because if I am, it'll take forever to find it again. Gas. Where's the gas? There's the gas. Did I miss a spot? Yes, I did. You could really get into painting the map in resources if you were that way inclined, says Finboy. I'm sure there are better games for that kind of experience, but yes, you could. You could make a super well-detailed map with this. But I just want my glorious Europa. Syracuse does seem to be a good site for a new colony with that kind of natural gas. And who knows, maybe I'll be putting it right back. So a cursory glance at the map tells me I've removed all of the natural resources, and now I want to put in fish, oil, coal, copper, iron, and gas in places that make sense. Ooh, I also want to flatten out this errant bit of map generation. There we go. Any other rough edges? It's hilarious that Northern Africa just tries to make an appearance. And then we got Crete and Cyprus. Crimea, just trying to squeeze their way in. Oh, and a bit of Olan there as well. Right. Let's take it in order. Fish. Where would we have fish? Well, we would have some hotly contested Northern Sea fish, wouldn't we? How do you actually place fish? Or can they only be put in the coast? Oh, I think I was still in terraforming mode. Resource, fish. Fish? I cannot appear to place the fish. What's up with that? Hopefully I can place other things. Okay, I can place oil, but not fish. Or don't tell me you place them and they're not actually going to show up. Oh, okay, well, fish are out. Don't know why that was the case. Alright, forget the fish then. Does it need to be in deep water? You might have a point there. Look at all this. The water here is just surface level on the map generation. Okay, in that case, let's give it a go. We terraform, and we're going to lower... Ooh. Oh, that's just gonna look ugly. Tell you what, I will just lower it where there are bits. Oh no, what if you need a certain amount of water to send your boats over to? Had not considered that, have I? No, I had not. Well, we'll think about fish afterwards. What about the other things? Where has land oil in Europe? This isn't something that I'm particularly good at knowing, so if you have a grand idea, I'll just take it and roll with it. Romania has land oil. Now that's a reasonable thing to have in. And that's good balance-wise to give the Balkans some resources because it's really horrible for building on. So let's just say that they've got some oil here. I'll put them down in batches of 5. Hopefully that works. I don't know if these are 1 by 1 or 2 by 2 good operation things, but that'll do. Morocco, Romania, Russia's oil is off the map. It's not a big deal if it is off the map a bit. I mean, we could just bring it a bit closer in. Does mean that Russia would get some access to raw goodies, so let's go and put some oil in here. There's some Russian oil and Romanian oil, and Morocco gets a bit of oil. Well, that would give Iberia something to stretch south for. So we shall add some oil over here. There you go, a reason to go south from Iberia. Good enough, 3 is plenty of oil. Even if there is reason to put it elsewhere, I want these to be strategically located, not just here, there, and everywhere. There should definitely be oil in the North Sea, but again, I can't put it on shallow water like this. I hadn't considered that. Hopefully I can build bridges and do boaty things. Oof, now I'm a little I'm a little worried about that. Right, coal. Where gets coal? Well, the UK would obviously get coal. I'll just put some along the belt here. I actually want Scotland to be somewhere that we can make whiskey in. But I'll have to balance that around the coal that's going to be there. Oh, now it counts as 2 coal batches? Probably because they're a little far away from each other. There's your coal. Coal Midlands, coal in northeast England. Yeah, bring it a bit further away from Scotland. Feels a bit bad doing it with thoughts in mind about what I want to do with the map, but... There you go, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I can terraform the water deeper, I just worry that it won't be so easy to do. And it'll probably look like ass, because it'll just be like a clump of deepened water here unless I go and do it agonizingly along the borders as well. I live in northeast England. Look, Mum, it's us, says Parman King. Right, Alsace between France and Germany also apparently deserves some coal. And that makes sense to me because overall Western Europe is pretty void of resource. So here's some lovely coal for you. And where else? Where else? Northern Iberia has some coal. Yeah. Not sure I want to give Iberia some more. Iberia's got such lovely land for building on. Poland do like their coal, apparently. You know what? How about we just make England heavy on coal? There we go. That way, if you really want coal over here, you're going to have to think about bringing it over. Copper. Scandinavians need their copper, right? Their beloved copper body. It's a little off map, so I'll just bring it down here. Where else in Europe has reasonable amounts of copper? There is tin down here. And you know what? It might actually be good to make England fairly hefty on natural resources, because it's going to be a pain to get to and build on. So that actually works out quite well. Anybody else got some copper on hand? Scandinavia, Britain, definitely not biased in favour of England, I see, says Fan of Gaming. Well, Britain doesn't have any settlement whatsoever, so it's going to be a pain to exploit. Germany has nothing, true, but it is large and relatively flat, so it's pretty good for that. However, this is what Germany will get, some lovely iron. Where in Germany has reasonable deposits of iron? Wick's bringing in the low blows there. Why would a Swede be biased in favour of England? Apparently iron is over in the Ruhr. I'm going to need some direction on Ruhr here for this map. Maybe it'll be a bit easier if I look at it in this perspective. There, that looks a bit more like Germany. I wonder if these borders for Germany are favourable or not. The Rhine is missing. Yeah, well, too bad for the Rhine. West Germany, northern border with France. They've already got their coal over there, but fair enough. The iron ore can... Oh, now this has become too complex for me. Here's some iron ore for you, Germans. This is actually going to be a pain to exploit since it's on this hilly area there. Where else has reasonable amounts of iron? Balkans and Anatolia are a bit starved here, although for all I know they've got all the gas in the world. It makes sense strategically to not give the Commonwealth any or many resources, because they have such a large flat amount of land for building on that it wouldn't be particularly balanced to give them much. Iron and core deeper in Ruthenia or Silesia? We can make a bit of a stretch and just say that Germany has even more iron. There we go, just tease the Commonwealth and probably pour the pollution over to them as well. Iron, iron. Does anywhere in Iberia have iron or gas? I feel a little left out. Same with Northern Africa, and Italy's got nothing. Alright, one more bit of iron and any gas. And then we'll be relatively good to go, unless I can suss out this watery business. I think I will try for the water. There's some gas in the Midlands, UK. The UK is already pretty choked with the resources right now. Italy has no resources, just like in real life. Poor Italy. And Italy belongs to the Balkans as well. Not to be too pro-British, I believe we're rich in all the natural resources you have, apart from oil. Well, that's what we've got the North Sea for. Gas in the Northeast Midlands. So in Germany this time. Oh, Northeast Netherlands. Aha. Damn, Germany is a powerhouse of natural resources. Wait, am I still on iron ore? Looks like I am. Farewell and hello. Gas, gas, gas. There we go. Gassing the Netherlands. They have good weather. That's enough of a resource. Sadly, tourism isn't part of this game. I feel like Russia would have gas. I don't know where in Russia, though. So I guess we'll just put it over... put it over here. This is their pipelines or something. Yes, in Blackpool thanks to fracking. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can do something with the water. Alright, surely somewhere else has natural gas in Europe. Can we not reach and say Iberia, Italy, or Northern Africa have something? There's a bit of oil there, but that's as good as we seem to be doing. Crimea has gas. Ah, there we go. Ah, that's actually pretty excellent. A bit of natural resource to have to work your way towards as the Balkans. Although, could make that work. Apparently Northern Italy has some coal. I think we got plenty of coal on the map. Alright, I'm satisfied enough with that. Let's try and do something with the water. I don't like how this is going already. I would also hate to I'd hate to ruin my map at this point, having done as much as we have on it, but let's try this. Can I deepen the water here, and then take the terraforming 4-foot... Oh, no, don't place it there. Flatten that out quite a bit. And then we're going to end up with probably some hideous looking deep water, but at least we'll have deep water. Oh man. Makes sense that it wouldn't get that deep over to there. Hope I'm not just making the map look like ass now. I haven't even tested if this works, so I should do that as well. Resources, water, oil. There we go. Now we can place some North Sea oil. Come get some. That means I can also put in some fish. I think I'll put some fish over here, just so there's any reason to head over there. I'm a little worried with how much work I'm making for myself with all this water. I might just make the seas deep and keep the lakes, well, not lakes, but inland seas? Whatever, the Mediterranean and the Baltic. As flat as they are. Did I just do something? Hopefully not. Actually, map making is not my passion. Far from it, in fact. I hope you can send out fisheries onto such shallow water. Surely, though, all the game has this this bit of steepness as water meets land. this is what we all came for, right? Trying to be careful and not ruin the map with this. Yeah, more into my map painting than my map making. There's a certain skill to the people that can make beautiful looking maps with tools like these. My thoughts go to the likes of people that make brilliant parks in Roller Coaster Tycoon and similar games. People that can make just really great looking cities and city builders, stuff like that. Bye bye Outer Hebrides. They were never needed to begin with. If it's so good, why wasn't there an Outer Hebrides too? There's a case to be made for why didn't I do this before starting the stream? I don't have an answer to that. Well, maybe I do. I didn't have the answers of where the raw resources could be. And I suppose I could have read up a bit. Or even just loaded up the EU4 map to take a gander. That looks too square. There we go, that's kind of good enough. Oh, maybe it would be easier if I looked at it like this. Certainly easier to tell if I'm mucking up somebody's land. Now, when I'm playing the game, I will have the tools that I need to terraform as much of Europe as I want. But I don't intend on putting on any extra land where there's not already land. For example, I wouldn't just make a land bridge here. At least I don't think I would. I could just make a bridge. Make my own channel. That's just making it look worse, not better. Almost there, I think. Man, it looked so much better when I just had flat water everywhere. Oh well. What's up with this thing? Let's just smooth that out, shall we? Looks pretty good, to be honest, as I am inclined to disagree, but what can you do? I've made it look too square with everything that I've done here. Pretty square-based game, mind you. There we go. I'm not going to piddle this till the end of days. That is fine. Let's see if we can add in some fish. Aha, so that's how it works. But from what I've seen in the game... Now, I've never actually done any fishing in the game, so I don't really know how it works. But... place some fish out here. Where else has reasonable amounts of fish? I suppose we can assume that there are fish out here. Doesn't seem too outlandish. Some pity fish for it. Do any fish live in the Mediterranean? It just strikes me as somewhere so horrific that no life would be in it. Deadly Bunnies claims that fish do exist in the Mediterranean. But then Lamp is saying that only Italians live there and it's not by choice. Tell you what, we'll put in some pity fish for Italy. Pitily. Means I'm going to need to lower bit of you. Is that enough to get some fish in? There we go, there's your pity fish. Hope we can actually get to there. Okay, resources are placed. I'm not putting in any shops from the get-go. We are going to have 3 competitors, the Office Core, the Fact Industries, and the Door LLP. The name Door LLP blows. Give me a different one. The Back Thrust. Well, that's considerably better. I think the only other thing that I have to choose... Let's see, do I get any choice when it comes to the tech trees? Everybody has access to water and fish, and wood, and basically all the raw resources are there, but not stuff you can grow. Can't even choose to have wheat. Now I can choose to give people free access to text, but I'm not going to. I love that choice at the start of the game. I think I'm not adding any HQs that I like for now. The only thing that I have to choose now is stuff to do with the cities. I think all of the cities are... Oh, well, Commonwealth is actually starting out as the biggest one. Interesting. I believe the game always throws up one city as being large enough to have 3 shops. In my opinion, the worst positioned city should be the largest one. And I'm thinking Iberia's got the worst. So Iberia, you get to enjoy the population that Commonwealth has, which is 206,000. 206, blah blah blah. Grow, Iberia, grow. There you go. And should they have a grocery store? We can set what type of city they are, rural, industrial, or heavy industrial. They'd have a clothing store with industrial. Heavy industrial would have... Well, I think it changes the look of the buildings on it, doesn't it? Construction goods. Can unload all those wooden planks into there. There we go. Heavy industrial Iberia seems right to me. I should at least make sure that I have one of each type. Industrial France. Germany should of course be industrial. But that means France is sandwiched between industry and industry, so I'm actually going to make France more rural-like. Scandinavia. Industrial. So it's industrial, rural, heavy industrial. Balkans, I will also set to rural. 2 rural, 2 industrial. Russia, heavy industry, they already are, then it doesn't matter what the Commonwealth are. And the Commonwealth are regular industrial, which is fine. But they need their population brought down. Excellent. There we go. I don't want to look closely at what... Wait, whoa, where did this come from? Was that always there? Did any other bridges get added? Maybe it was done because I reconfigured Iberia and then it just drew that. We can select ourselves a state. I think I can destroy that bridge. And I'm getting rid of you. And I'm giving you a less daft road, although still a little bit daft. When you make something as the state, I believe it cannot be destroyed. So these roads are absolute. Funnily enough though, Scandinavia is completely blocked off from everything else. That isn't right. last... Oh, there is one last thing that I can do. I should make sure that everything is connected. All these guys are. It's just Scandinavia who's left out. We're Scandies. Hideous road. One wonders why you can't build a bridge over that. Maybe you need a straight edge to do a bridge with. And we bridge that. And bridge that. I think we can. Ugh. Game's just not liking me, is it? Don't we have bridges and tunnels? Road bridge? I've never actually built a bridge, so maybe it doesn't work the way I want it to. There we go. Needs a little bit of a run-up, but not too much of one. And now you can be connected to the rest of that hideous road. Excellent. One final thing that I think I can do is choose the state. The state is off-map. It's kind of like a Catan-style way to trade, and this is a way to give Iberia an extra advantage. And a reason to build up in Anatolia. Probably don't want to make this off-state. I mean, why would over here be demanding anything? This means that if you want to import, you are going to have to get access to here or to here. Yeah, that's a deliciously cruel thing to have to do. So, Balkans, you lucky devil, you. There you go. The Muslim world demands, well, your goods. Having to deal with the Ottomans, Jake's favorite. Oh, I'll sell them anything. My allies are my ablative shields, just to make good friends of the Balkans. Now, are you going to be kind enough to... Wait, is that legal? I don't want to give Iberia a free tunnel like that. I might just make it that the only way to trade with the state is to go over to the Ottomans. Yeah, that seems delightfully unfair. And that means... Ooh, now my question is, do I place down the state trade area, or is it automatically generated? That I don't know. There we go, state connections. Whew! So you place them like that. Very cool. Can I delete them? Oh. Oh dear. Can I delete you now? Okay. Well, let's not touch that further in case I break something. Oh yeah, there's no Bosphorus gap, is there? Ooh, we don't like that, do we? Terraformer. Now I can't flatten that because I put the bleeding road through it. But now we have liftoff. Excellent. Maybe just put the state connection in Africa. Yeah, that way the player will be forced to have to go into here. There you go. You want to trade with Africa? Get in there. And did it keep the old one? Yes. And are there any others that I'm not aware of? Hopefully not. At this point, I'm placing them in for game balance. More than anything else. It's okay, though. Good. Scandinavia does not get a Free State connection. I haven't... Wait, what? When was that there? Why can't I get rid of it? Huh. Well, lucky Scandinavia, they get to trade with the Sapmi people, because I cannot find a way to delete that state connection. Bury it behind a mountain, turn it into a lake. I'm unsure if I'm able to do that. Because the player can terraform as well, so anything I do here could be undone. Oh well, lucky Scandinavia. Not that state connection means much, it's only really to your benefit if you want to import, and I can't see you ever wanting to do that until you're in the late game. Or if there's an event where your exports are suddenly worth a lot of money, then you can make good on selling to the state. And then we add another discipline bonus to Sweden. Oh man, remember that time that I was proofreading one of Johan's changelogs, and I just changed it something like I doubled some kind of bonus, not in the game, just in the changelog. I think it was to France. I don't remember him being that happy finding out of that, but I had a laugh, and that's okay. Good times. Right, I think our map is complete. I hope it is. I haven't done this before, so if I've cocked something up, it's going to be painful for us. Please tell me I just saved that and I didn't just destroy everything. Sure. Restart the game. Bye-bye, game. And hello, game. Russia should get more manpower. Yeah, because that's how Russia works. Hopefully that's the setup phase done, and we can start playing now. Oh no. We're gonna have the intro music playing. Okay, would have been clever to have tested this beforehand, but we're doing it live. In that case, we load the scenario, we go saving Christmas Tinner. Looks okay. So start it. That means I can do my introduction all over again, because any sane person watching this in the future will skip the setup phase there.